them here, so we switch here and switch there. And now you just by swapping pairings, you've created the order of which the teams will go out on. Once you're finished, you click Save Pairings. Again, it's mainly used to move the EM and his assistant up to the top of the list. And you do that again by clicking on Pairings. Then you click on the two teams you want to swap, and it's done. So now we go over that we're finished. We like the order of the teams. We clicked on Save Pairings. And it's calculating, and you'll see it change here in a second. Okay, we now have Saved Pairings. So now we have the course and tee time, and we have, it's the shotgun, the reverse shotgun, and we have our teams in the order we want them. You notice here, it shows total indexes clicked. If you look at this yellow thing, you'll see these are the indexes if you add up all the team members, 94, 94, 94, 94, 94, 181. And that's probably because of what we put in there as a draw, just randomly. It lowered their index. And then we have an 83, which is the same situation probably here. But other than that, you can see they're really, really close and very balanced teams. Okay, we're done with that. We now go up to rounds. And now we go to tournaments, because now we're going to double check our tournament, which has been pre-entered. So your tournament's already here. The first one is the team tournament. It might say template. It might actually have the name of the tournament. So you click on it. It opens it up, and you'll see that this tournament is stroke play, foursome, and it's best two balls. If you go across the left to right, you can see what that is. So now the only thing you really have to do is enter the purse. So you look at your sheet for purse distribution, and you just highlight it and type it in. I'm just going to make something up for right now, just so we have it. Okay. And this should already be done, but in case it's not, we want to add the awards. So you go bottom right corner where it says New Award. You click on that, and this is a team, and it's for our club championship, and we save. That should already be there, but in case it's not, you know how to add it. So now we have everything set up. All we really had to do was put in the purse. We click Save. Now we go to the individual flight. Click on that. And this individual flight is a Stapleford. As you can see, the format Stapleford, the competitions, the player versus their flight, using their ball. And these are the Stapleford points that pop up automatically, going across 6, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, etc. And again, all you gotta do is put it in the purse. So let's put the purse in. And you do that by putting the number in, hitting tab. I'm just putting a couple numbers in. Again, this doesn't have the new awards in it because I didn't set it up yet for that. I'll go ahead and do that now by hitting New Rewards. Click on New Awards. And this is for flight 1, 2, and 3. And we're not using team point, but we're using individual points. Flights, and it's for the club championship, and save. What this does is it calculates our points for the adds on each time we play to the whole year. And now that tournament is set up again. All you have to do is really put in the purse according to the hookers and slicers sheet. Okay, now we have our purse set up and our tournament is set up. Now we're going to go in, and the next step is to print scores. So we click on Print Scores. The scorecard should be already set up too, but we'll review it just to make sure. It takes a little time. It must be slow today. Okay, so there's tabs across the top. Pairing groups, format, handicap, additional information, logos, fonts and colors, and preview. Okay, we see we already have everybody here. We're gonna, if they will always be check marked, or if they're not, you would click select all in the bottom left-hand corner. So this is a team competition template. We always use a team template. So we open that box up and select that. Okay, we click save in the bottom right-hand corner. It says settings have been saved. We now go to, this is for verification. We go to handicap bookings, and we want the dots on there. We don't want to print before handicap, and that should take care of, by unclicking that is set, so we'll save that. You notice when you look at that, it shows the handicap on the right side, and it shows the dots where they belong. Okay, I'm just going to show you what happens. If I print course handicap before adjustment, when I do that, it'll show before the adjustment and after the adjustment. If we do that, it doesn't fit onto the scorecard, so we're not doing that at this point. So the next thing, we're going to skip this and go over to fonts and colors. Okay, so what we want to do, the first step, is we want to take off the yellow from the previous time. So the way we do that is we click on the 4, hold the shift key down, go all the way over and click on the last yellow one. All those fields light up. We're going to change them to white. So we go to the top where it says background color, right here in the center. We open it up and we're going to make them white. And now they're all white. Now we don't want them white, we want to just disappear, so we're going to go up here where it says check all and uncheck all. We're going to uncheck all. Now it's empty. So now we have all the colors from last week gone. We want to add the colors on the par 3s. So the first par 3 is number 3. We click on that, we hold the shift down and go to the bottom. Then we find the next part, lift up the shift, it's a 6. Click on the 6 hole, hold the shift down, go to the bottom. Lift up the shift, go to hole 12, shift down, click on the bottom. Lift the click up, go to hole 18, it's a par 3, shift down, click. Now we got all the par 3s clicked, and we're going to go up to background color like we did before. Click on it, and now we're going to make that yellow. Now all the par 3s are in yellow. You can double check to make sure you got them. Okay, I made a mistake here. You see this one right here? I actually put it in a par 4 by mistake. So I don't want that. So I'm going to save this first of all. Okay, now I'm going to, I'm going to uncheck all. And now I'm going to just, what I did there, but I picked the handicap. So I'm going to click on that again, shift, click down. I'm going to change that back to white because I made a mistake. And I'm going to uncheck, or I can just go and change it, because that's the only one, I can just go change it to yellow. Since I don't want it yellow, I want it white, right? Because I want to get rid of it. So we're going to uncheck that now. Now I need to go find the right par 3, which is this one, number 9. So I click on that, hold the shift. Now you can see all those things. Now we're going to change that to yellow and save. So now I have it correct. These colors across the top, the burgundy, that just shows the tees. We have burgundy tees, we have silver tees in this particular one. Okay, so I got all my par 3s in now. And I'm going to click on save. Okay, the next step is to indicate on the card who picks up what par threes. To do that, I click on additional info. Now that opens up this field in the bottom, all the way to the bottom left to the right of our logo. I can get rid of all this wordage and type in exactly what it is. What team picks up what holes. I'm just going to leave it alone for right now. Even though it's not correct, I would figure it out and type it in and hit save. Okay, on this particular one, since the scorecard that came up was for ranch, I'm going to get rid of that. And so I'm going to go back to format. After the left header, I'm going to click just one. I'm going to get rid of this line 1. And over here, I just want one line. And they're not the right ones, but I'm going to go ahead and save that anyway. That will be set up right for you. So it'll show on the left side the starting hole, the name of the name of the tournament, and the right side will be all the players. In this case, instead of taking the time to do that, it will already be set up for you ahead of time. I guarantee that. Okay, so we save that. We can now, and we can go up and we can preview our work. We have print 2 scorecards per se. Oh, I did click on, if print blinds does not show up, you need to print blinds and cards, and that's under format. So you need to look at format and make sure that's done. Click on it. Otherwise, the blind names won't show up. Not the end of the world, but most guys like to know who their blind is. Okay, we go to preview now. We have the colors in, we have the card right, the pairings are right. Click on preview. It'll show about 5 cards. And you can just look at this and say, yeah, this is right. Now, since all the teams are registered, all the individual players are registered, you can see that it does that. It looks like it's doing all this calculations properly if you just look at it briefly. So now we can go to save and print. So when you click on save and print, it's going to give you 2 options. You can print right away, or you can save it to a PDF and print later. You should be ready to print if you've got all your teams signed up and everything's closed up and there's no more assignments. You're all set to go for Wednesday morning. You should be doing this probably Tuesday, anytime after 10 o'clock. Okay, so it's prepared the document, so I just click on download PDF. Get rid of that. And there's all of the cards now to be printed up. And you just click on print, and you print it. It's that simple. Or if you want to save it to a PDF, you right-click, save PDF, just like you would anything on the thing. I'm going to go ahead and not pretend it's already printed, so now I assume it's printed. My next step is I need to get rid of this PDF, so I just go to the top where the PDF is at. You can see way at the top. Just going to get rid of that because I've got it saved. Now I need to get back to finishing up my tournament. So down underneath download PDF is the box that says back. I'm going to click on back. That'll take me back to the main menu. So it's moving back to the main menu right now. It's actually going back to print cards, scorecards. So I need to go to rounds. Now I print my scorecards. Basically, you're done as far as setting up the tournament. So the next thing, if you want to test scores, you can do that here. So if you want to make sure everything is working okay, you can click on enter scores. This normally you won't do because you'll enter actual scores on Wednesday. But if you click on enter scores, you can do a random. Bottom left-hand corner, it says random scores. If I click on that, it's going to add, and click OK to do it on the top. It's going to add just random scores to everybody's team. See how it turns green on the right side? Now I can click on Test Leaderboard, and it'll show me based on these random scores who won everything. So if you want to just test it out, make sure you got everything in right, you can do that. So it's doing that. It's actually doing everything for us at this point. It'd be just like, this is basically what you do at the end of the tournament too. Okay, so now what we want to check are the competitions, the two competition ones. The closest to the pin, Roger enters those after the tournament. We don't even have to worry about that. So let's do the team competition. You click on it, and there's the winners. And they have the debt to par, the total net. They give pretty good scores at this random. If you want to see individuals, team scores, this is where you would click on the team. So the team that came in first, I click on Gary Anderson, and it will actually give me